Hello everyone! Today it's another controller review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Retro Fighters Brawler64 wireless gamepad. Here's the story behind this, behind why I got it. So back around 2017 I got a wired one of these as a Christmas gift. It worked fine for the first few months, and then all of a sudden the A and B button started sticking, so I was requested a replacement and they sent me another wired one to be exact, and the left stick did not sense fully, so I was done with the company. But recently they convinced me to getting a replacement, but instead of sending me the wired one, they sent me this wireless one. So let's get to the review. Okay, here's the controller. Here's the thumbstick, D-pad, start, little indicator light, turbo, clear, B, A, C left, C up, C right, C down. At the top we have L, R, Z triggers. These triggers don't feel very... I mean, they're alright, but I felt better. Because look, only let it go down halfway. Not a real trigger. Anyways. Here's the receiver with the memory card slot. Here it is. Also came with this keychain, this charging cord. It's a USB-C cord, not USB-C to USB-C. I think it's USB-C to USB-A, because I'm not really good with USB port types. Little pamphlet, which also contains the instructions and the box. In fact, I have two other Nintendo 64 controllers that are two-handle, like the Hori mini pad. I love using this thing. I have a lot of fun with it. I can play all my games just fine with it, even if the stick's a bit more sensitive than the OEM. I also have another wireless controller, the Retrobit Tribute 64 V2. Now this is a pretty cool one. It's got built-in rumble, has a longer battery life, and is similar to a Hori mini pad, except the D-pad being right here, it's over here. I only use this when playing D-pad games, though. Anyways, let's test it. Okay, so now we're gonna test the controller itself. It is fully charged. Here is the dongle with the controller pack slot. Since we're going to be testing it with two games, my childhood favorite, Donkey Kong 64, right here, and a game that supports the controller pack. So here you have the dongle. Here's my Performance Brand Memory Card Plus, one of them. So I'm going to put it in. It's in. We are now going to plug it into the console, the dongle. Okay, so it's now in. Now we're gonna put the game in. And now I'm gonna sync the controller to the receiver through the instruction manual off screen, and we'll test it. Okay, I paired the thing and we're testing it now. Look, I'm using it. See how it feels. No rumble, by the way, which sucks. And I'm not a huge fan of the grip of this controller. I like the grip of the Hori mini pad and the Tribute 64 V2 better. Personally. That's my personal preference. Anyways, test out the sensitivity. Oh, now that's sensitivity. Anyways, the buttons feel okay. They're kind of that above the level click feel, especially start button. I'm not testing the turbo function because I don't need it. Yeah, it's very slightly more sensitive than the Hori mini pad. That's another downside, but it's usable. The buttons feel okay. The D-pad feels a little weird though. The D-pad right here, probably can't see it because it's dark. Ooh, bumped the tripod, sorry. Anyways. It's okay so far. It's an okay controller, not the best I've used. Cause I've used a little better, and also I don't like how the C left and B buttons are a little too far apart compared to the OEM and Hori mini pad and the Tribute 64. So yeah. Allow me to test it with the next game. So hold on. Okay, so I chose the original NBA courtside for the memory card test. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. See how it works. Let's read the control. This controller does not support rumble packs, nor does it have built-in rumble, so we're gonna make no on that part. Have the TV muted for this one because of possible copyright reasons. Anyways, just like last time I did a controller test with this game, the matchup will be the Golden State Warriors versus the Atlanta Hawks. Because I figured it'd be my good matchup for testing controllers with this game. That's a creation of myself. Anyway, let's start the game. Because the memory card, the controller pack is working good so far. Okay. Pass it to me. Oh, intercepted. The other team scored. Here's myself. I just don't like the way these Z triggers feel. Ah, I got robbed. Okay, now I'm getting my ass kicked. Because I was trying to position myself and then the other guy stole it. Pretty frustrating. Anyways, I'm gonna for real shoot it. Trying to play some basketball here. I don't plan to finish this matchup. Oh, for the dunk. Cause I'm only playing a little bit to test. Cause I am pretty decent at this game. I'm just having bad luck. Anyways, but playing it with this controller just feels a little odd compared to the Hori mini pad and Tribute 64. It does not have built-in rumble whatsoever. And I'm not a and again, I'm not a huge fan of the grip of this controller, but that's still a personal preference of mine. Anyways, see this dunk right here? Boom. The Atlanta Hawks are my favorite team in the NBA, by the way. Even though I'm not from Georgia. So, what do you think of this bad boy? Even though you can't see it. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to give it a 6 out of a 10. Because it has potential, but it feels kind of cheap. The plastic does. The thumbstick is not the sensitivity I like with the Hori mini pad. And the buttons, they feel okay, but I felt better. And the Z triggers feel a little awkward. Normally, I would recommend this, but if you, I have to recommend the Brawler64 V2 if you want a wireless controller. Because I've heard it has a longer battery life, and I've used it. The buttons feel better, more proper. Even the Z triggers feel better. Grips like a Hori mini pad, kind of. And I like the D-pad placement. And the fact it has built-in rumble. So I have to recommend this over this, because this is not the greatest controller I've used for the Nintendo 64. So I hope you enjoy this review. See you next time. Please comment, subscribe, like, whatever you want to do. And I'll see you later. Bye now.